Hi everyone. I'm recording from the office that I'm working at. Yes, I am working in a law firm. So I've been working full time, and as a result I haven't been able to play any poker really, just maybe half a day during the week, and that's it. And just to give you an update on what's been happening in regards to my poker, I started playing $1.50s and $1, and I did manage to win $1.50, so that was $26. My bankroll went up to $1.59, and then I think lately I was under a lot of stress. Sorry, I'll stop fiddling. I think because I was under a lot of stress, and when you're stressed and you're playing poker, which is stressful when you're trying to win, it's very, very bad. So my bankroll is now about 110. Now next week I do have 1 week off to catch up on my homework. So during that time I will try and play some games and build my bankroll up to... I've also made a video about me playing on one of the big tournaments with a few thousand people. I managed to make the money, and it was so long ago I can't remember if I think I came 300 and something. I know it sounds like not that impressive, but there were 3,000 players. Let me double check that information though. You'll see it at the end of this. My next video is going to be about Prague, and I'm doing a special video interview as well with one of the W Coupe bracelet winners, and I'm going to ask him some questions about, I guess, how he felt winning it, etc, etc, and also how he got into poker. If you guys have any questions that you'd like to hear an answer to from a professional poker player, yes, he does this full time, and so the next video should be very exciting. As for my law thing, I get admitted officially next year in February, and the rest of this year I've been offered to stay on as an assistant. So that's good, that's more experience for me. Hope the background didn't distract you too much. Yes, this is what a messy office looks like because there's just files and papers everywhere. Well, it's kind of like my room, except it's more clothes. Okay, so obviously today I didn't bring Raccoon or Ted, so it's just boring me. Well, boring me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully at the $1 and $1.50 tables, and next year maybe the $3.50 tables, because I'll be such a baller. Hi guys, I'm playing the... Ooh, I'll fold this one. Don't want to risk my tournament life with 9-7 suited. So I'm playing a $1 tournament with 1.5k guaranteed, starting off with 1,800 players, and there are currently 102 players left. So whilst I play, sometimes I have training in the background, so if you look at my tabs, I do have some law stuff open, so I'm sometimes doing homework and then sometimes listening to some poker training on PokerStars, which is really good. And when I walk to work, I listen to Grinder School podcasts, which are also really good. Now, where was the lobby? Okay. Alright, I'm number 35. 35 out of 101. So we have a look at the payout. It's so annoying how, despite getting through, a few hundred people, if you min cash, you just kind of get the buy-in back, and then maybe 30 cents, which is not even enough to buy one of those Fizz Whizzes. When I was in primary school, we had these Fizz Whiz lollies that were 10 cents. I'm pretty sure they've gone up in price. And now blinds are 2,000, so it's definitely shoving stacks. He got lucky! Oh, the other guy hit a straight! Oh, wow. Okay. Now my stack is dwindling. And I think there is a lot more aggression now as the stacks get bigger and bigger and the small stacks get smaller and smaller because they're playing so tight. It's almost like the wealth gap as well. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Okay, so I've moved tables. I don't have many stats on this guy. He's had 3 rounds, so not much stats, but from what I see now, he seems to be quite aggressive. So ace 2, middle position. On a tight table, I probably would have opened that up, but a lot of these are shoving stacks, so I don't really want to risk that. I love looking at some of the names here, like, oh my goo. Butts 111. Okay, fair enough. It's always interesting to see how these names, these poker names got created. Like, there's always a story behind it. So I have a story behind mine as well. So TFFGB stands for Tough Fish Gracie Bear. And there's kind of another story behind that as well. But that's what it stands for. These two are really going at it. Rather, best to stay out of their way. Hopefully move up in the money. 96 players. I love seeing the numbers go down because it means I'm moving up. Okay, so 96. Let's see. That would mean, oh, I get $3.10 for 3 hours and 48 minutes of hard work. I get three bucks. So sometimes when I have an interesting hand that I'm not sure about, because I don't have enough time, I'd quickly go into the hand replayer. I'll go boom, share on boom, and then I'll end up looking at it later on. So I do have 2 hands here. So I've got this one where I wasn't sure about. While it's so quiet on the tournament, I'll just show you the replayer of this particular hand. Pocket Kings. Pocket Kings is always tricky because what do you do when you've got 2 people going all in, right? Someone is bound to have an ace X or ace king or ace whatever. And if they hit the ace, I know there's 3 cards that they could hit out of the remaining cards of 46 or 44 depending on how many players are left. And do you really want to risk it? Too much action here for my ace 10 offsuit. Sorry, I love watching the all-ins and see who wins, so obviously I'm rooting for this guy. Yeah, so Pocket Kings, it's kind of like, do you risk your tournament equity here? And I do. And the guy, I mean, ace 4 I think is pretty wide. Ace 4 offsuit. That's a pretty wide shove, especially considering how many blinds. It's like 25 blinds. He had 5k. And he hits a full house. And he wins. Uh-oh. Oh, it's so frustrating when you get disconnected. Oh no. Okay, ace 5. Let's see. With my HUD, I can see the previous hands they played as well, which is really good. And then I can say, oh, am I glad I folded that. Ace 5. Okay. Have to be quick in writing notes, otherwise have to use the hand replayer to write notes. So I don't know if you can see the notes that I've written. They're not very good because they're very short and quick. So timid player will raise pre but not aggressive on the flop. And sometimes when I'm in the middle of typing, one of my tables will pop up, which is really annoying for me to do stuff because I forget where I've finished up to and I don't have enough time to read it. So I'll just repeat on flop or turn. Queen Jack. Ooh. It's one of those, it's a really good opening hand. Uh, I don't know. I don't have any stats on that guy to know what to do. Hmm. I don't know. What would you guys do? Would you guys? I'll probably fold. I'll probably play. Look, if you play tight, you can't really go wrong unless you get blinded out. That's what I think. It's kind of a scary flop and not good for me. Am I glad I'm not in that one? Oh, by the way, today is Melbourne Cup Day in Victoria, so it's a public holiday. It's a Tuesday, and there's a lot of, yes, horse racing bets going on as we speak. The horse race, the big one, is going to start at 3 p.m. It's now 2:53. I have a bet on number horse 14. I have no idea what the name is or what the stats are. I just thought, yep, 14. Let's just take a punt. I'm meant to be going to someone's place as well to kind of celebrate and watch the Melbourne Cup. But when I'm this deep, I can't exactly go make it. Okay, now Jack 10. Even if this guy hadn't raised, I'm not sure if I would raise because of this guy. He's got a big chip stack, and from what I've seen, he's quite aggressive. Now, Hexlash, he raises under the gun. That's kind of scary. And he like snap raised under the gun. I always love seeing, oh, what did I have? Would I have won the hand? But that's really tilting, and that's probably very poor play as well. Because if you have a hand like 2-9 offsuit that you fold, and then the flop comes 9-9-2, you're like, oh, I should have played that hand. 10-9. Okay, this is not good. My stack size is dwindling down. I usually play sit and goes, and so the most number of chips that you'll have is like 20-30k when you're on the final table. So when you start getting into the hundreds of thousands, sorry, it starts to get a little bit scary because you have to start calculating the blinds differently, and it's so much bigger. I can just getting used to the idea of such big blinds and big stack sizes. Just need more experience in playing these tournaments. Oh, we're on a break, so I'll just pause it. Okay, it's just started it again. I was UTG with King 3. Now the horse race is starting and my family's downstairs and they're calling me to say, Grace, come watch it with us. And I'm like, I'm in the middle of doing my assignment and I need to finish it off. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna have to maybe even stream the horse race from here. I'm sure with the internet nowadays we can find Melbourne Cup current. Okay, so the hand before, this guy shoves with Queen 9 suited, fair enough, he's a bit short stack. Queen 10, and then this guy rightly folds. I think he must have bet out. Oh, there's a limper. Oh, there's two limpers. Please let the board be ace or spades and XX or spades. No, that's a pretty crappy flop for me. It's four-way plus me, that's 5. Now the horse racing is going on, so let's see if I can find the horse race. I'm really worried about streaming because then it makes my internet go funny and it makes my poker stars go all funny and get cut out and get disconnected, which is really annoying. It's not so bad if you're all in already, but it's really bad when you have a few chips in there already and you're in the middle of a hand. Then someone can just bet and take your money. Not good. Good odds to call. I mean, now we're talking about pot odds. It would cost me 4,000 to win a pot of 20, well, whatever it was before. Wow, a lot of action going on there. It's amazing how with poker you can be short stack and then build yourself up. Because I was actually short stack. You saw the hand on Boom Replayer where my king got dominated. So then obviously I was short stack with 1.2k and blinds were 200. And yet now I am very deep in the tournament, so a lot can change. And this guy, I remember he had less chips than me. I think, well, I was on about 69k, he was on like 65k. But look at him now. He's obviously doing something, right? And if you keep getting crappy cards, it's annoying to have to try and maneuver your way around just playing whatever two cards you have. See, this guy, he's got a shoving stack size, and I don't think I have enough chips to kind of match that. See? He shoves. Oh, but this guy could be running so good right now.